The Chinese Communist Party, CCP, authorities have spared no expense in strongly supporting the C919 aircraft project, employing various means such as technological cooperation and espionage in an attempt to acquire advanced aircraft manufacturing technology from foreign countries. However, despite these efforts, the core technologies of the aircraft are still firmly held by American and European companies. Advanced products such as turbine blades, composite materials, and complete integrated systems cannot be replicated by the CCP. Experts say that the primary strategic ambition behind the development of the CCP's C919 aircraft is to enhance both defense capabilities and economic capacity through the integration of military-civilian technologies. Additionally, the CCP seeks to establish a supply chain system that can withstand Western sanctions and prepare for a long-term struggle in the international environment. However, due to being double-strangled, referring to the constraints on core technologies such as chips and engine cores, China's aircraft manufacturing industry faces challenges in catching up with the pace of Europe and the United States. Some Chinese nationalists boast that the C919 aircraft is a culmination of China's technological achievements, that its materials are at the forefront globally, and that 91% of its components and technologies are domestically produced. However, the reality is that over 70% of the aircraft's components rely on American and European manufacturers, with domestic production accounting for less than 20%. Even within this 20%, the technology has been acquired through cooperation with foreign partners. Joint ventures with foreign companies have been one source through which the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, has acquired aircraft technology. If you want to sell your products to China's 1.3 billion people, you have to give us the blueprints or establish a joint venture with us and train our engineers, explained former White House National Security Advisor Matt Pottinger when discussing the CCP's strategy. This is what we call forced technology transfer. For example, the supplier contracts for the C919 aircraft stipulate that all foreign systems suppliers must establish joint venture production facilities in China in collaboration with Chinese companies. This requirement ensures technology transfer and local production capabilities within China. The quote you provided from a RAND report in 2014 reflects the perspective of an aviation industry interviewee, who suggests that once Chinese companies obtain the required technology from foreign partners, they may use excuses such as non-compliance with Chinese government regulations to abandon their foreign collaborators. This further supports the notion that China's industrial policies aim to acquire technology by all means to enhance China's domestic industrial competitiveness. China has acquired a lot of knowledge and experience in manufacturing single-aisle aircraft by providing components for Boeing 737 and assembling complete Airbus A320 aircraft. Through over 20 years of collaboration with Airbus on the A320 series aircraft, Shen Aircraft Company has fully mastered the complete set of manufacturing technologies for A320 wing design, from component manufacturing, assembly, final assembly to comprehensive delivery, said Han Xiaojun, Deputy General Manager of Shen Aircraft Company in 2022. Airbus has transferred the technology for manufacturing the entire composite wing of the Airbus A320 large passenger aircraft to its joint venture Composite Manufacturing Center in Harbin. Therefore, a strange phenomenon is that the COMAC C919 developed by China looks almost identical to the Airbus A320, which is currently being produced in Tianjin. It is to the extent that even China's CCTV mistakenly inserted footage of an A320 when broadcasting images of the C919. Despite this, Chinese companies have still not been able to master the core technologies of aircraft. Yang Yikui, Assistant Research Fellow at the National Security Institute of the Taiwan Institute for National Defense and Security Research, stated, Western companies have been using joint ventures to gain access to the Chinese market for years, but whether the key technologies of Airbus and Boeing have flowed into Chinese hands through joint ventures is probably not that simple. For example, the joint venture CFM, consisting of GE Aviation from the United States and Safran Group from France, had proposed to assemble the LEAP-1C engines for the C919 in China. However, this deal was cancelled because the Chinese authorities requested more technical information regarding the design. According to the 2014 RAND report, the technologies of advanced products such as turbine blades, composite materials, and complete integrated systems are firmly held by companies that develop such products, most of which are manufactured overseas or imported into China for final assembly. It is claimed that the Chinese government has resorted to its usual methods, including espionage activities. Since 2017, The U.S. Department of Justice has exposed a complex scheme targeting U.S. aviation technology. In a 2019 report, cybersecurity company CrowdStrike revealed a major focus of Beijing's espionage activities: the components of the C919 aircraft. The U.S. Department of Justice released a series of indictments in 2018 regarding the Chinese government's theft of key aircraft technology. The fan blade system made of composite materials for the LEAP-1A engine developed by CFM was among the targets of Chinese espionage. GE experts state that the fan blade system made of composite materials is a proprietary technology of GE Aviation. This technology enables GE to produce lighter engines, which translates into better fuel efficiency. It also allows for the production of larger engines, meaning they can be equipped on larger aircraft to carry more cargo and passengers. Assistant Professor Homing Hui from Taiwan's Chaoyang University of Technology's Department of Aerospace Engineering stated, "If the performance of the domestically produced engines in China is slightly lower and consumes more fuel, it will not be able to compete with others in terms of economic costs when entering the civil market. If the sales in the civil aviation market cannot be established and it becomes a loss-making venture, it will not be sustainable." In the indictment by the U.S. Department of Justice, it was revealed that a Chinese intelligence officer, using aliases, shell companies, and false documents, conducted intensive hacking activities to obtain confidential information from GE. The target was a General Electric aerospace engineer specializing in jet engine design. Subsequently, the operation was exposed, and Xu Yanjun was extradited to the United States for trial. He was convicted of espionage and sentenced to 20 years in prison. Yang Yilun believes that in the current highly competitive international structure between the US and China, the CCP, has adopted aggressive diplomatic means with a strong ideological stance. China's chances of obtaining key engine technology through commercial cooperation have become very slim. The commercial aviation industry in China has its origins in the Chinese People's Liberation Army Air Force, PLF, and has never been fully privatized or completely separated from its military roots. When the Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China, COMAC, was established in 2008, many of its members had backgrounds in the military's aerospace and missile industries. Zhang Qingwei, who had a background in rocket design, was appointed as the first chairman of COMAC. The RAND report pointed out that one of the reasons for separating Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China, COMAC, from Aviation Industry Corporation of China, AVIC, at that time was to facilitate foreign companies in providing aircraft components for COMAC's two major commercial aircraft projects, the ARJ-21 Shengfang and the C919. The Chinese government at the time hoped or believed that if Western countries, especially the United States, saw that their trade partners were not AVIC or its subsidiaries but a dedicated commercial aviation manufacturer, they would relax restrictions on technology exports. Analysts from the U.S.-China Economic and Security Review Commission believe that Chinese aviation manufacturing companies are transferring the innovative ideas, quality control, and advanced management methods they have learned from commercial cooperation with Western partners to the production of military products. According to Asia-Pacific aviation expert Bradley Parrott, regarding whether the engine technology used in commercial aircraft can be transferred to Chinese military aircraft, he believes that anything learned in the field of high-bypass turbofan engines can be applied to China's military engine projects and potentially used in civilian applications as well, as long as there are patents in place to protect the intellectual property. Yang Yilun believes that the primary strategic purpose of China's full support for the development of the C919 is to enhance both defense capabilities and economic productivity through military-civil fusion technology. The development of the C919 can drive China's aviation industry, aerospace manufacturing supply chains, and overall economic growth, which is crucial for strengthening China's defense capabilities. The technologies used in the C919 can also be applied to defense and military purposes. In other words, China's military modernization program is embedded within emerging technologies and economic development, aiming to deepen the two-way flow and integration of military and civilian technologies. By leveraging the economic momentum and international cooperation in the civilian commercial sector, China seeks to enhance its military capabilities. In January 2021, the United States added Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China, COMAC, the parent company of C919, to the entity list for export restrictions. However, in June of the same year, it was removed from the list. Despite its connection to China's military, the United States has not taken any action against COMAC's business operations related to the C919 commercial aircraft. The Pentagon, in its statement regarding Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China, COMAC, at that time, emphasized its determination to counter China's civil-military fusion development strategy. This strategy involves private companies and universities acquiring advanced technology and expertise to support the modernization of China's military. Stanley Zhao, a senior aviation industry consultant, has stated that the relationship between Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China, COMAC, and the military is well known within the industry. After years of absorbing knowledge from foreign partners and suppliers, Chinese state-owned enterprises now have the basic foundation and knowledge to manufacture on their own. Yang Yilin believes that the development of the C919 by the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, serves two additional strategic purposes. First, they aim to challenge the dominance of Boeing and Airbus in the international commercial aircraft market, seeking to establish a more balanced market share among the three major players. However, it is acknowledged that China's capabilities and technology in this area are still limited and have a long way to go. Second, if in the future the CCP unilaterally disrupts regional security and stability in the Indo-Pacific through the use of force, and if Western and Indo-Pacific countries with similar values collectively impose economic and supply chain sanctions on the CCP, China will need an alternative supply chain that can bypass Western sanctions. Therefore, the development of the C919 by the CCP serves as a component of this underlying strategic objective. In short, the CCP is preparing for a long-term struggle,